Do you want to smell like an Arabian prince or princess that just got out of a business meeting and decided to get some expensive chai or coffee? Hopefully it got your attention. I'm Eli with Common Sense, and welcome to the channel. So like I said in the intro, this smells like Middle Eastern royalty. It smells like old money. It smells ultra expensive. And the best part is you can find it for under $50. What fragrance am I talking about? I am talking about Nabeel Irth. So the House of Nabeel is based out of the United Arab Emirates, and really they have some amazing fragrance bottles that just stand out to me. I haven't really seen a bottle that I disliked, and I gotta say, as one of the first fragrances from the house, this has truly blown me away. So this fragrance is actually based on Turath by the Spirit of Dubai. Now, the Spirit of Dubai is a fragrance house that is known for using more notes than I have fragrances in my collection. I'm not gonna list them all on the screen like I have in my previous videos, so we're just gonna go through this a step at a time. We're gonna go through the fragrance and the notes as they kind of dry down on the strip and on the skin. So let's check it out. So you've got a beautiful matte black kind of fragrance bottle in this kind of hexagonal shape with some beautiful detailing on the front as well as the back. So you have the Arabic text right here as well as the English. So I think that's a really cool touch. And you also have this logo on the cap that looks very similar to the Spirit of Dubai kind of logo. So that's kind of interesting, maybe a little nod, taking in some inspiration from that, who knows? And you got some really interesting detailing on that cap. So it kind of sticks out. I really don't know what this is kind of going after, maybe some Middle Eastern architecture, but this is absolutely beautiful. So let's check out this atomizer. That's pretty decent. I have seen some better ones, but really the fragrance quality of the ingredients and the oils that they're using in here, I think that's where the budget went. Oh my God. This air around me smells incredible. Oh my God. Right up top, this has a blast of assorted fruits, rose, and spices. I think I really pick up on the pineapple and the peach, especially up front. I also saw that there was some berries, like strawberries, but I think it's very refreshing and fruity while still having quite a bit of a thick and spicy oud and resin. There's also a very mature rose that comes off a little bit smoky, a little bit jammy, but the rose really does stand out as kind of a quality that you would smell on a fragrance that's 3 times its price. So it's kind of reminding me of a lot of the expensive niche fragrances, but it does it with a nice kind of twist with that fresh kind of pineapple, the peach, that kind of refreshing vibe, but it has a beautiful cinnamon and pepper, giving it quite a bit of warmth. So that oud definitely comes off very woody, slightly smoky, and a little bit animalistic, but there's also a beautiful coffee note here. So I get that kind of roasted coffee bean. It reminds me a little bit of maybe a Middle Eastern cafe where you can go and get some chai, maybe get some coffee, kind of get some of that work done on your laptop. I think that's kind of what I get here. I think as it starts to settle down, the agarwood and the incense comes out even more, and you definitely get a little bit more of that warm and spicy kind of quality. It's definitely not a cheap smelling oud at all. So some of the Middle Eastern oud fragrances can have a very kind of synthetic oud, but this does not smell synthetic. It smells high quality and expensive. And I think you also get a little bit more of that leather and the coffee vibe too. There's also quite a bit of cypriol oil here that reminds me a little bit of the expensive rose and oud and cypriol fragrances out there. So something like Electimus Sumanis, that's one of my favorite kind of oud powerful fragrances, but I think this is a little bit reminiscent of that while remaining under that $50 mark, which is kind of mind-blowing. In the Drydown, you basically get oud, musk, incense, and coffee. So it smells like a little bit of a nutty kind of roasted coffee, almost like a hazelnut and smoky oud as well. It's also got quite a bit of a mature quality from that patchouli smoke in the leather. So it's a very dark, dense, and heavy kind of dry down, but it also has a little bit of that kind of floral light kind of quality. So it balances really nicely with those dark kind of sweet gourmand masculine kind of fragrance notes. And you have that beautiful floral kind of lighter stuff at the top. That's really interesting. So I just covered a Latafa fragrance. I believe it was the Ajayeb, the black one, and I did not like that one at all. That one had some saffron like this one, some coffee like this one, and some oud. just like this. So it was very synthetic. It had a butterscotch note to it, and it just wasn't my style at all. So it just smelled kind of like a slightly bitter, buttery, sour coffee and oud. But this one, I gotta say, this just ticks all of the boxes for a fragrance that I love. And I think this is definitely signature scent worthy, and I have been wearing this all the past week. But I gotta say, I haven't been as happy blind buying a fragrance like I have with this one. This stuff is just incredible. Oh my God. Like, I want my car, my clothes, I want everything about me to smell like this. So I've said it in previous videos, I think that coffee and musk and amber are a beautiful kind of trifecta together. It makes it smell like an ultra masculine and kind of modern kind of take on the coffee fragrances, the coffee DNA. But I think the way that this does it is fantastic because you have that twist of patchouli, you have the beautiful florals, you have that kind of smoky, jammy rose, and those really refreshing berries, the kind of pineapple, the peach, the strawberry, and all those beautiful, just that plethora of notes. So all the notes that I kind of talked about are the ones that really just kind of jump out to me over my many years of collecting. Those are the kind of ones that I pick up on. All in all, this is a powerful and mature fragrance, and if you want to boost in confidence, check this one out, because this one I wear when I want to feel confident, when I want a mood boost, and I love wearing this one on a Monday to give yourself that authority and that power to make those hard decisions at work. It just kind of elevates your mood and definitely gives you some of that authority behind your step. It gives you that strength to continue on to the next day and make it through those 8 hours. I think this one is definitely a dark, powerful fragrance. I think it leans a little bit more masculine, but as long as you love those dark, powerful, kind of gourmand and just very Middle Eastern smelling notes, I think any woman or anybody can pull this off. I just picture somebody ultra confident, maybe an all black kind of outfit, a very expensive, higher up kind of businesswoman, a businessman, a CEO. It can be anybody, just somebody with power and authority. I think you can pull this off. And I think if you're not quite at that level yet, this is going to be what you need to take yourself to that level. So I've seen this range anywhere from $65 to $115. So the price kind of fluctuates, but right now you can pick it up on Amazon for $50, actually a little bit under that. So I actually found this one under $30 on Mercari. So that's just a way that you can kind of be on the lookout to save a little bit of money on some pre-owned bottles. I don't have the full kind of presentation. I don't have the box, but I got the bottle, the cap, and most of the fragrance, if not all of it in there. I think it's just missing a few sprays. Imagine it's just like all the way down there. But this is excellent stuff and a definite hidden gem in the fragrance world. So if you want to smell like that very expensive Middle Eastern Turath by the Spirit of Dubai, I think this is a wonderful, wonderful alternative. Haven't smelled it, but if it's anything like this fragrance, I think this is going to be a no-brainer for sure. Wow, the light died just in time for my outro. Perfect. That does it, friends. Thank you so much for checking this video out. And if you are new to the channel, or if this was your first time checking out this video, please consider subscribing, because I would love to have you on this fragrance journey and to share more hidden gem fragrances like this one with you, to save yourself some money and elevate your fragrance presence. I hope you have a wonderful week. I've been Eli with Common Sense, and until the next time, bye-bye. My arm smells so good.